Hello, hello, my beautiful people. Thanks so much for stopping by my channel. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Gertie and I'm the counselor and transformational coach at Butterfly Project. So today I wanted to talk about one of my favorite topics, which is self-love. Now I know I've done a bunch of videos on this before, but I wanted to focus on one component of self-love in this video today. And this is in regards to what self-love looks like, because a lot of people get this wrong. I know I did too years ago when I started working on loving myself. So this is what I want to focus on today. And what does self-love look like? All right. So lots of people think it's self-care. Now, yes, self-care is a component of self-love. Okay. But what self-love looks like isn't self-care. Self-care can get you there. Self-care is a quality, if you would like to say that, of self-love, but it is not what self-love looks like. Okay. So self-care, would be taking care of yourself. Of course, this is, for you to love yourself, you do have to take care of yourself, so taking a shower and brushing your teeth and, eating healthy and taking care of, your dental needs, things like that. That's self-care, making sure that you get enough sleep. That is self-care. Yes, we're extending it a little bit more when we're talking about what I like to call self-love activities. These are doing things for yourself that you really enjoy, just for pure satisfaction. So it could be going out for, a dessert, or, maybe going for a hike because you normally don't do that. Or maybe it's watching a movie, or, having, a cup of coffee on the balcony or something like that, right? So it's things that we do just for enjoyment, okay? Could be wearing your pajamas all day, whatever it is. It's just for pure enjoyment. And so I always tell people, do at least one of these things per day. And that is a self-love activity, okay? Self-care is taking care of, your primary physical needs, okay? Now, what self-love looks like is, what are you doing in each and every moment for yourself? When you come to a crossroads of something, when you're trying to make a decision, when you're trying to choose, do I do this or do I do that? What choice do you make will show if you're loving yourself or not, okay? So in each and every moment, when you choose what is best for you, and I'm not talking about being selfish or self-centered or, ignoring other people's needs and things like that. I'm just talking about what is the most self-loving thing for you in each and every moment. Okay? So this could be, let's say somebody calls you up and, you've had a really long week and, you really just need to rest. You haven't gotten a lot of rest. You haven't really taken care of your needs. You haven't been doing, any self-love activities, maybe it was just a really crazy week. And somebody calls you up and says, hey, I need, some help with something. And you're a good person and you want to help. And, you think to yourself, I really, really just need to decompress. I need to recharge my batteries. I need to fill up my own cup, today or this evening or tomorrow. Like, I shouldn't. It's not that I can't, but I really shouldn't. So if I really love myself, I'm going to choose me, not because I'm not a good person and I don't want to help. But in that moment, if I say yes and I go and I do that, what am I doing to myself? So I don't want to be mean to that person. I don't want to, not help. I want to show that I care. But what have you done to yourself? Okay. You've put yourself on the back burner. You have sacrificed yourself. You're now depleting yourself even more than you were before, right? So, I mean, if you're doing okay and you're like, oh, I just don't feel like it, that's different. That's more, being a little selfish, right? That's different. I'm talking about where you're like, I really, really can't or I shouldn't, but I will to please this person, to be so that I can be a good person, so I can do what I feel is the right thing. That's what I'm talking about. But what you're doing is you're turning your back on yourself. You're sacrificing yourself. You're not loving yourself. So the best way I explain this to my clients is think of somebody that you really love. Okay? What would you do for them? Right? Let's say it's one of your children. What would you do for them? Okay? Or your partner, or, your best friend, or a parent. What would you do for them because you love them so much? I want you to do this for you. And you doing this for you in each and every moment, that is you loving yourself. That is what self-love looks like. It is you giving to you and doing for you and thinking of you and prioritizing you the same as you do for others. This took me many, many, many years to learn. It's a process, especially if you're somebody like me who's, very much a giving person. I wouldn't say people pleaser, but, I am a very, very giving, empathic, loving person. And I just always want to give and do for others. But I've learned the hard way, right? Going through some difficult things in my life that that doesn't work in the long run, right? That I started to really deplete myself so much. And that started to affect me, mentally, physically, emotionally, right? Even spiritually. And so loving yourself is choosing the most self-loving thing in each and every moment. That's what self-love looks like. Okay? It also, can be something a little different, right? Let's say it's, you have this goal, you have this, thing that you want to achieve, or this thing that you want. And, you think, well, I'm not good enough, right? I don't know if I can have that. That's out of my league. And, maybe you have all these things lined up to get you that. And then you go and you kind of self-sabotage, you mess it up. That's not loving yourself, right? When you choose not to grow, when you choose not to learn, not to develop, right? When you choose not to break old patterns and bad habits, when you're doing these things, you're not loving yourself, right? Loving ourselves looks like the same as what we would do for somebody that we love. So what does that look like, right? And so this is about prioritizing yourself, prioritizing your mental health, your physical health, your emotional health, your spiritual health. It is doing all the things for your well-being. It is, choosing the most self-loving thing for you in each and every moment. It's prioritizing you. It's choosing you. It's loving yourself. Okay? So that means getting out of your comfort zone, going after those goals and those dreams that you want. That means, putting yourself in that place of maybe you reach out to somebody that that you like, that you feel maybe a little bit insecure or self-conscious about, but you say, no, I love myself enough that I'm going to reach out, and if I get rejected, that's okay, right? Loving yourself is accepting yourself, accepting every part of yourself. I know I teach, my clients about affirmations and reprogramming your subconscious mind. That is part of loving yourself. We want to get to that place of releasing any old negative beliefs and patterns and ideas and opinions about yourself that aren't true, that were programmed into your mind based on other people and their experiences and where they're at, and maybe they didn't love themselves and this is why they treated you that way. That is something else, is that when you really, really, truly love yourself, you treat others with love, kindness, and respect. So if somebody is unkind to you, if somebody is not respecting you, if somebody is, not honoring you, if somebody's not kind to you, I also want you to kind of shift your perspective on this. Understand that either that person is really going through something, okay, that they're not, getting help for, they're not really doing anything about, or maybe they're just overwhelmed. And if that's the case, that person's emotionally mature enough to come around afterwards and maybe apologize. But if that's not the case, and they're just, being mean and disrespectful and not kind and, maybe crossing boundaries or whatever it is, just know that people who behave that way don't really, on a deep level, love themselves. Maybe they look confident on the outside. Excuse me, guys. Sorry. Maybe they look confident on the outside. Confidence is not the same as self-love and self-worth. I've taught my clients this. Confidence is being confident in your abilities. So you can be confident at work, you could be confident as a friend, you could be confident as a parent, right? We can be confident. It doesn't mean that we love ourselves, that we feel that we're worthy and deserving and good enough. It doesn't mean that, okay? So you can have confidence and not love yourself. So you might think, well, that person's pretty confident. Like, of course they love themselves. No, confidence doesn't mean self-love. Okay, so look at how a person treats somebody will be a huge indicator of how they feel about themselves, because people who really love themselves are going to treat other people, with love and kindness and respect. So what self-love looks like, to wrap this up, this was a lot longer than I wanted it to be. What self-love looks like is, sorry, I had a little coughing fit. My black cat got into my room earlier today without me knowing, and she was in here for quite a bit, and I'm actually really allergic to her. So yeah, that was kind of, anyway. What self-love looks like, to wrap this up, is you prioritizing yourself, prioritizing your well-being, your mental health, your emotional health, your physical health, and your spiritual health. Okay. And it is you choosing the most self-loving thing in each and every moment. And yes, it also means doing the self-care, self-love activities, pampering yourself, showing yourself love in every way, eating good food, eating really healthy, exercising, getting enough sleep, meditating, doing your affirmations, all of those things. It includes all of that I continuously teach you guys and all of my clients, and I continue to do for myself. It is all of those things, but it is also you choosing what is best for you in each and every moment. It is you not sabotaging things. It's you going after the things that you want. It's you really choosing you and choosing, the most self-loving thing in each and every moment. It is you in every way showing love to yourself the same way that you would show love to somebody else that you love. All right. Hopefully this is helpful for you. Don't forget to do all the things. Like this video, comment down below, share my video and channel with others if you think it would be helpful. I would truly appreciate you doing any number of these things, as it is the best way to support me, to help my channel to grow and to get my messages out there. If you know me, you know that one of my biggest passions is to help as many people as I possibly can. And if you're new here, welcome. I would love for you to subscribe to my channel and be part of this ever-growing butterfly community. Don't forget to hit that bell icon so you get notified of new videos as I post them. And as always, I wish you all peace, love, and light. Until next time, bye-bye.